conflict, frustration, difficult people. They're part of our daily lives. But the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can transform these challenges into opportunities for growth. Join us as we explore 8 Stoic principles that can help you deal with difficult people with grace and composure. Discover how to turn adversity into strength, one Stoic lesson at a time. Central to Stoic teachings is the concept of control. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot dictate others' actions, words, or attitudes, we have complete sovereignty over our responses. This distinction is crucial when dealing with difficult individuals. Imagine a teacher in a classroom. He faces an irate parent, critical of his teaching methods. The parent's voice is raised, their words sharp. The teacher, embodying Stoic calm, listens intently without interruption. Once the tirade subsides, he responds with a simple, "Thank you for your perspective. I'll consider what you've said." Here, the teacher demonstrates a key Stoic principle, focusing on his reaction, a realm within his control, rather than trying to alter the parent's opinion, which lies beyond his control. This approach doesn't imply passivity, but rather advocates for a proactive stance in managing our internal state. It's about cultivating inner resilience and peace, regardless of external provocations. By practicing this Stoic lesson, we can navigate challenging interactions with grace and composure, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for personal growth and understanding. Stoics believe that every individual acts according to their own perception of what is right. This perspective can be pivotal in mitigating conflict and reducing frustration when dealing with difficult people. Consider the example of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. His reign was fraught with political adversaries and conflicts. Instead of responding with anger or annoyance, Aurelius sought to understand the underlying motivations and fears of his opponents. His guiding principle was that each person, including his adversaries, acted based on their understanding of right and wrong, just as he did. This Stoic approach encourages us to step into the shoes of others, to see the world from their viewpoint, however challenging that might be. It's not about agreeing with them, but about recognizing the diversity of human thought and experience. Such understanding fosters patience and reduces the instinctive frustration we might feel. When we acknowledge that others are also navigating life based on their own lights, we can approach difficult interactions with a sense of compassion and open-mindedness, crucial for peaceful resolutions and harmonious coexistence. A fundamental principle in Stoicism is the distinction between reacting and responding. Stoics emphasize the power of reason over the impulsiveness of emotion. In the face of difficult people or situations, this philosophy advises taking a moment to reflect before responding, ensuring that our actions are measured, thoughtful, and appropriate. Epictetus offered a profound perspective on handling insults. He suggested that when faced with derogatory remarks, instead of instantly reacting, we should pause and consider the source and validity of the comment. For example, if someone called Epictetus foolish, he wouldn't immediately retaliate or internalize the insult. Rather, he would introspect. Is there any truth to this claim? If there is, what can I learn from it? If not, why should it bother me? This Stoic practice advocates for a response rooted in self-reflection and rational assessment, rather than a knee-jerk emotional reaction. By adopting this approach, we can handle challenging interactions with a sense of calm and clarity. It allows us to address the underlying issues effectively without getting entangled in unnecessary emotional turmoil. Responding, not reacting, paves the way for constructive dialogue and personal peace. In the Stoic philosophy, life's challenges, including interactions with difficult individuals, are viewed as opportunities to practice and embody virtues. Stoicism elevates virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance to paramount importance. When faced with rudeness or hostility, it's tempting to respond in kind. However, Stoicism invites us to see such moments as tests of our character. For example, When encountering someone rude, instead of retaliating or harboring resentment, a Stoic would exercise patience and kindness. This response isn't just about maintaining peace, it's a conscious act of practicing virtue. It's in these challenging interactions that virtues like temperance, self-control, justice, fairness, and understanding, and courage, moral strength, are truly put to the test. The Stoics believed that cultivating these virtues in all aspects of life leads to personal growth and inner peace. By responding virtuously to difficult people, we not only contribute to a more harmonious environment, but also strengthen our character. This practice aligns us closer to the Stoic ideal of a well-lived, virtuous life. A key pillar in Stoic thought is the acceptance of life's inherent challenges, including the inevitability of encountering difficult people. Stoicism doesn't just suggest acceptance of these situations, but rather sees them as integral parts of the human experience, emphasizing the importance of accepting things beyond our control. Seneca, one of the most influential Stoic writers, faced a myriad of adversities throughout his life, including political turmoil and exile. Through his writings, he left a legacy of wisdom on acceptance. He analogized life's uncontrollable elements to the wind. While we cannot direct the wind, we can adjust our sails. This metaphor beautifully encapsulates the Stoic stance on dealing with challenging people and situations. Instead of attempting to change or resist the behaviors of difficult individuals, which is often futile, Stoicism teaches us to adapt our responses and mindset. This form of acceptance doesn't imply defeat or passivity. Rather, it's a conscious choice to focus our energy on aspects of our life that we can influence. By embracing this philosophy, we can maintain our inner peace and composure, regardless of external circumstances. Acceptance, in the Stoic sense, is about finding strength and serenity in the face of life's inevitable storms. Interactions with difficult people are not just obstacles to be endured, they are valuable opportunities to strengthen and refine our character. Every challenging situation we encounter is a chance to practice and deepen our understanding of Stoic virtues. Consider the case of a teacher faced with a disruptive student. While it's a situation fraught with frustration, a Stoic perspective transforms this challenge into a valuable lesson. The teacher chooses to see this not as a hindrance, but as a chance to cultivate patience, enhance her understanding of diverse student needs, and innovate her teaching methods. This approach not only benefits the student, but also contributes significantly to the teacher's personal and professional development. By viewing difficult interactions through the lens of opportunity, we align ourselves with the Stoic belief that personal growth is forged in the furnace of adversity. It's in these moments that virtues like resilience, compassion, and wisdom are put into practice and honed. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone towards building a stronger, more virtuous character. Stoic philosophy does not advocate for the suppression of emotions, but rather emphasizes the importance of not allowing them to dominate our rational thinking. This detachment is particularly vital in interactions with difficult people. When we find ourselves in the midst of a challenging conversation or facing hostility, it's easy to get swept up in the heat of the moment. Emotions like anger, frustration, or resentment might surge, leading to reactive and often regrettable responses. Stoicism teaches us to take a step back, to observe these emotions without becoming enmeshed in them. For instance, imagine a scenario where someone's words or actions ignite a flash of anger. Instead of immediately acting on this anger, a Stoic approach would involve acknowledging the emotion, "I am feeling angry," understanding its source, and then choosing a response that aligns with rational thought and virtue. This detachment allows for a clearer perspective and more effective handling of the situation. By practicing emotional detachment, we empower ourselves to respond to difficult people and situations with a composed and clear mind. This Stoic strategy is not about being unfeeling or cold. It's about maintaining a balanced emotional state that facilitates wise and measured responses. Let's consider a scenario where a coworker makes a rude comment. It's natural to feel upset or offended. However, A Stoic approach would involve a deeper reflection on this emotional response. A person practicing Stoicism might wonder, is it the comment itself that's disturbing me? Or is it my belief about how people should speak to me? Does holding onto this belief help or hinder my peace of mind? This self-examination can lead to a realization that the power to be disturbed or remain unaffected lies within our own perceptions. Reflecting on our judgments enables us to disentangle ourselves from automatic emotional reactions. It's a practice of assessing whether our beliefs about a situation are rational or if they're exacerbating the difficulty. By challenging and possibly recalibrating these beliefs, we can often find a more serene and less reactive stance in the face of provocation. This process of reflection is a hallmark of Stoic wisdom, guiding us toward emotional resilience and inner tranquility. These 8 principles are tools for building resilience, fostering understanding, and cultivating inner peace. Remember, it's not just about enduring life's trials, but thriving within them. By applying these Stoic lessons, we can transform every challenge into a stepping stone towards personal growth and serenity. Thank you for joining us to discover the Stoic art of living harmoniously, even in the face of adversity. Embrace these teachings and watch as the world around you transforms, one Stoic response at a time.